Hey everybody, this is Blue. Hope everybody's doing good and that everybody had a good holiday season. Mine wasn't so great. I went through some difficulties, and that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this video is to remind people that not everything is supernatural, path related. Life is random. And to let my friends know that I'm doing better. So, what happened with me? Well, holiday week on Yule, December 21st, we had that big storm go through with really cold temperatures and strong winds and all that. Well, that really affected my house. I have a fixer-upper house, and my furnace died. Unfortunately, those strong winds went down my chimney and froze up part of my furnace, the controls, and so it was trying to run and it burned out two of the safety switches. The only two safety switches. And so my furnace died, and this happened on Yule. Well, I was wanting to do some certain things for Yule, but couldn't because with the furnace down, my focus went on making sure that my pipes didn't freeze. I was also going to do a remodel on the house, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later, specifically the kitchen. And that got put on hold. Everything was put at a standstill, and I had gotten 3 days off in a row from work. And so I was going to use that time to do this remodel to make everything great, and it got disrupted. But because it happened on Yule, I was taking it as a personal, spiritual event, and it wasn't. I have picked on people for this, and I'm guilty of it, so shame on me. We cannot look at life that every single thing that happens, everything that we encounter is spiritually connected. Okay, I am very proud of my path, and because Yule is a part of my path and all these things happened on Yule, I took them personally. I took them spiritually. I felt that everything that was going on was too much for one person to handle, and I started to question my faith, and I shouldn't have. It's like role playing. Random events happen. Sometimes things just are due and they happen. It's not a magical thing. I wasn't cursed or anything. I just had a run of bad luck. What happened? Well, like I said, I was doing a remodel and I was taking out my old metal cabinets for my sink, and I was putting in new wood cabinets. And I can't sweat copper pipes to save my life. I admit that. And I had called a plumber to come in. They came, looked at the situation, and they said that they would come back later. They didn't. And I went 2 days in my house without water because I had to turn the water off because I had unsealed copper pipes. Irked me, and that was the start of the cascade effect here. Storm hit. Okay, furnace went out. I had to go get electric heaters and position them throughout the house, basement and everywhere to make sure that my pipes didn't freeze. I was staying at the house while Cindy and the cats went to Cindy's rental house so that they could be warm and comfortable. But I had to stay at the house because I had to make sure that bad didn't become worse, and it did. Because, like I said, I was trying to keep everything from freezing. And so I had repairmen come over and they tried to get the furnace going, and they were going, with your 2 safety switches gone, it is not safe to run. It could literally explode or just burn the house down. So obviously I had to go without heat for a few days. Well, they priced this at $4,500 to get a new furnace, and so I was scrambling, getting everything worked out. I got the money. And 2 days later, Monday, after fuel, I had a new furnace put in. Made me feel good. Okay. But it got worse before it got better. The house got cold, and on my northwest corner of the house, the coldest part because that's where the winds come out of, my shower pipes burst, which meant I had water spraying everywhere in the bathroom and in the basement below. So I had to run down there, turn off the water, and try to get everything taken care of, and I was freaking lucky. Like I said, I had heaters down in the basement to keep my pipes from freezing. Well, that pipe that burst was having water coming down within feet of the electric heater that I had, and within a foot of the extension cord. And I went running through that puddle of water to turn the water off. I could have died. Freaky. And so with all this going on me, it was all overwhelming, and I was starting to have a crisis of faith. Because I was going, this isn't natural. This should not have all happened all at once. And so I was attacking my own faith. Luckily, I have some really good friends that reminded me that things just happen. The same thing that I used to pick on other people about, I forgot. Because, you know, just because you see like an eagle in the sky does not mean that certain things are going to happen. Sometimes it just happens. You know, the eagle's there because we have eagles in this area. And so it took me a while to get through this, which my friend reminded me so gratefully. And I got through this. It was expensive. In December, I spent $7,000 on my house. But I got a new furnace that works a lot better. It's quieter. My house is a little bit warmer, more evenly. So I am very happy about that. And so I went through this ordeal, and it made me stronger. It made me think back of everything that, all my stances, all my demands I put on myself. And I'm a little bit ashamed of myself because I forgot things like it just happens. Life is a bunch of random events. Sometimes things just happen. I should not take that personal. But like I said, in the end, I came out stronger, better, and I'm loving it. So I did a remodel on my kitchen, and I spent just over $2,000 on my kitchen, my remodel. And there's a picture of the old kitchen. Yes, that is one of those old-fashioned sink and countertops, you know, metallic, all one piece. And those are the old metal cabinets, and right next to it you can see where I had a little counter space section. I had very little counter space in the old kitchen design. It is one thing that I had, it was last on my priorities list on remodeling. And you can see that ugly flooring. And, you know, I had money, and the faucet was starting to go out. And so it was kind of like, if you're going to have to redo all this work, let's do it all. Let's get the kitchen done with. And so that's why I started the remodel. And so here is picture one of the sink area. This was taken, you know, my step by steps. I forgot to load up my latest pictures. But you can see I got wood cabinets in. I moved my stove over, repainted the walls. I got new flooring put in, and that was a challenge. I have a very old house, and it has squareness issues. Sometimes, because I was laying vinyl tile down, and you should be able to square that off with the wall and work your way around. There was one section where all my tiles were kind of a little cockeyed here and there, and I had to pull them out. I had to go to another corner of the wall of the room and start there again, and everything turned out pretty good there. And I had to cut the vinyl tiles and all that. It was quite a challenge, but I am very happy with the end results, and that's my favorite part. As I said, I had counter space issues because I only had like a 3-foot counter space. Well, I doubled it. I got 6 foot. I even have more in the back because of in the very corner you can see my chimney, so I had to design around that. And so I have triple the amount of drawers. I have double the space for my pots, pans, mixing bowls, and all that. And I am very, very happy with the result. And so, as they say, sometimes you got to go through an ounce of pain to have an ounce of pleasure. Well, Christmas week was my week of pain, and I went through all the work. I did all this by myself, and now I am enjoying the pleasure because, like, when I've cooked supper the last couple of nights, it was very nice. I have counter space now, and I'm able to, put stuff here, and and still have plenty of room to make a meal. So I am very happy. So, for all of you out there, remember, life can be overwhelming, but don't make everything out to be a personal attack. Don't make it into a spiritual thing. Sometimes it's just a random event. The furnace, now this was an important thing. I was thinking, oh gosh, the furnace went out, it's some personal thing about me. No, it was never. The furnace was installed in 1993. That means that furnace was close to 30 years old. The repairman said I did pretty damn good to get a furnace to last that long. And he also said I should have replaced it 10 years ago. Well, I just bought the place 10 years ago, so, I was thinking that was good for a little bit longer. So, things just happen in life. Find the internal strength, get through it, and you'll be better off in the end. That is the important message. So everybody out there, please take care, be at peace, be happy.